Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to sew this very cute macaron purse, little purse. This is a very perfect purse for put your earrings or rings and then put it in your cosmetic bag. Then you can always find your small things, small stuff like the earrings or the rings. And here is 3 I make before. I also make the hand embroidery on it, which gives it some, looks really very elegant and nice. But of course, we can also make it with just a piece of fabric, something you like. And that's very easy to make it. And in my shop, you can find all the accessories to make this macaron little purse. And in my shop you can find this like a rectangle, water drop, oval, and a circle. And now I'm going to show you how to sew, and it's very easy. We sew the first part, that's to pack this button into the fabrics. This is a piece of fabric I prepare, and I iron a piece of the fusible batting at the back. And this fusible batting is very important. You have to have it, but it cannot be too thick. And what I use here is around 2 millimeters thick, because when you have this batting on, then it's easy to sew the zipper on later. Otherwise, it's just a thin piece of fabric. You can almost never sew it on, and it's not strong enough. So it's very important to have this fusible batting, and it cannot be too thick. The thin one is perfect, and which I also have in my shop. You can look for it. So I just start. See this? I start from the edge, yeah, and I just do this. It's around 1 centimeter per stitch. You can see, and continue. Almost all the shapes we start like this, and sew at the edge. And from today, when you buy these accessories, these buttons from my shop, when you buy 1 pair, then you get the pattern for that shape you buy. Then you know, and I write exactly what size is for the fabric, what size for the batting, and what size for the lining and the lining batting. You can see on the pattern. And when you get the pattern, you just cut the different fabrics and batting as what I say here, and then watch this video. Then I'm sure you're able to make a very beautiful macaron purse. Okay, so I finished sew around. Then now I put this button in the middle. Yeah, and then I pull my thread. You should pull it. The stronger, as strong as you can. And one thing is very important is when you sew for this macaron purse, is very important. You use the hand sew thread, and it should be double thread. Then it can be strong enough to pull tight. It's very important to pull it very, very tight here. Then you can see the edge is very beautiful, and it's also easier to sew the zipper later. You know exactly where you should sew, and it looks very beautiful. Oh, now I pull it very tight, so I make a knot. When you make the knot, you can see I do this, and then I press the place where I should have the knot, and then I pull the thread. Then I make a knot, and then I make it one more time, just make it more stronger. So now you can see this is for the circle. This is finished. And so for the lining, this is the lining part, which you can see inside is this part. And this part, how to sew, the beginning is the same. Also just sew it. Yeah, almost finished. Please be a little bit patient to see here. I'll finish very soon. Remember here, I start with a knot here. And when you finish, you should also finish at this knot place and go out. The same for the top. So now I finished sewing. So I also pull my thread. You can see I pull it totally tight. It's like this. It's not a circle anymore. And now what you should do is loose your fingers and then try to open it gently and make it even. Yeah, it's like this. So now you're ready to make a knot also. No matter what shape you choose to make this macaron purse, for the lining part, you always sew like that. Sew around and then pull it very tight. And then try to open it very even. And then at last tie a knot. And when you finish this part, you can see this is the button and this is the lining. And you can see actually this part is a little bit smaller. Than the button. And that's right, and that's fine. Because that's for inside. If it's too big, then it cannot really be inside. So it is always a little bit smaller, around 2 millimeters smaller than the button. Then it's right. So now you can see this is finished. And all the other shapes, like the water drop and this oral, is the same way to sew it. The only thing I want to tell you is for the rectangle. Rectangle, it can be a little bit tricky. How you sew it. Here, I also have something I prepare, fabric, and iron the fusible batting at the back. And then I sew around. It doesn't matter where do you start. It matters how you sew. I try to sew it as soon as possible. Then you don't need to look at these boring things all the time. Okay, so I finish sewing. And then I put the button in. And then I pull my thread. Then very soon you will notice something. So, try to see, I pull it very tight already, but you still can see here it's not flat enough. Yeah, that's not okay. So what should we do now? We tie a knot. Of course, tie as tight as you can. Yeah. And then we go to this side. We come in from here and then to the other side. And then pull it. And then we go to this side and this side. again and pull it, and then the other side, pull it. You can see I'll finish here, then you can see how it looks like. It's very easy, but it just have one more step for the rectangle. That will look more nice. Okay. So now I finish here, this side. And you see that? You can see I pull the fabric at these two edges. So at the edge part, it's very flat now. And I tie a knot here. And now I start doing pull this side and this side together. It's better you have a long thread. Then you have enough thread to finish this part. Otherwise, you need to tie the knot all the time. And every time you tie the knot is quite difficult, because if you lose the thread, then it will be very loose. That's not so good. So you can see here. You can see here it's still a little bit not smooth enough. Then I just use my nails and move the fabric a little, because I already sew it very tight, but you just need to tighten it up. So now you can see this is the perfect rectangle, and how it looks like at the back. I have another one is finished. You can see this is at the back. First you sew around, and then you sew the two edges. Sew it together and pull the thread, make it as tight as possible. Then that's done. So now I just sew this one more stitch and then cut the thread. Yeah, this is for the rectangle. And for the rectangle line, there's nothing special. It's just the same when you make the circle. So then now I want to tell you how to sew the zipper on. Okay, this is the zipper I use. Normally for this macaron purse, you need to prepare a zipper which is 20 centimeters long. That's a match to all the buttons from my shop. And then you use this zipper. You go around the button. Go around where you sew. So yeah. Go around it. You can see I go around, and then we use the marker, mark the place where exactly is the circle. You can see I mark here and also mark for the end. The place we mark is where we are going to sew together. So we sew the zipper at the wrong side, where you mark before. So now I finish sewing. You can see. And what we should do here is to see, you can see it's open this part. And what we should do here, we can sew a piece of ribbon here to hide the zipper under it. So that means here is quite long, so we can cut it out. You can sew the ribbon at the end of the zipper, or just use a piece of fabric. It should be 4 centimeters wide and 8 centimeters long. And then you just fold a little bit thin at the wrong side. And then we pack. Now we need to go to the right side of the zipper. And then we put it on. Where you sew before, see here. So, and then just go around the zipper. Just cut this thread out. Yeah. So here, this is the end. We fold a little bit seam in, and then we put it on here. So we cover all the not beautiful things, and now you just need to sew it on. You should use the hem stitch, which can hide all the stitches. At this part, you can use double thread or just single thread. That depends on you. But I love to use double thread, and double thread is very strong, and you should use the hand sew thread. It's good for this project and strong enough. Normally I will sew the end first. So now I finished sewing on. You can see it's like this. Yeah, now we open the zipper and we sew a little bit like this. Try to see. On the zipper, there are a few lines you can see. So this really helps you to sew the zipper on. But now we choose the line at the edge, and we sew around. It's also around 1 centimeter per stitch. You can see. Yes. Yeah. See, I start here and I end here. Then you pull your thread a little, but not too much. Yeah, you can see just a little bit to help you to sew later, but not too much. And then, yeah. Now it's done. And then we can sew this part on. If you use a circle, then it doesn't matter where you start at this button. But because I have a picture here, so I need to see a little where I should start. Because that depends on how it looks like when I have the zipper. Here is where I open, and here is where the end. So I would like the girl looks like this, or maybe just sit exactly in the middle here. But if the fabric you choose doesn't have exactly pattern on it, then it doesn't matter where you start. This is for the circle. How do you start? And if you choose the oral, then it's better you start from this side. So when you finish and you open, then you open like this. It's like a book. If you start from here, the end is here, then it's very difficult to open later. So if you sew the oral, it's better to start from the edge. And it's the same if you sew this water drop. It's also good. This part is at this side instead of the top or the bottom. It's very important. It should be here. Also for the rectangle. It's also for the side. Then it's easy to open. So now I'm going to show you how to sew it on. So we also choose the lines from the zipper. When you sew the zipper on, it's better you don't choose the first line, because that's too little, and then the zipper part will become very soft when you finish. So it's better you choose in the middle. And then we start. It's also use the hem stitch. We start going at the side around 5 millimeter here. Yeah. And then we're going to the zipper. And then move 5 millimeter again. Then come out and then go to the side of the button, and then go into the zipper again. Try to see here. Here the thread is where your needle coming out from the zipper, and you can see when I pull it in the button again, it will be the same place. Then you cannot see your stitch when you finish. So always come out this place and then go in the same point from the button. And every time remember you only move 5 millimeter. And when you sew, you should notice your zipper. It should not be too tight and it should not be too loose. You should always look if it's even. And then just finish, and then I will come back later. So now you can see I finished sewing it on. I just tie a knot here, but I didn't cut it because I can use it later. I just close the zipper so you can see how it looks like. Be careful of the thread. Yeah. You can see, and the side, and here. Yeah, and you can see my girl is sitting there. Yeah. So now I'm going to show you how to sew this inside part in. We put it in, and the thread where you just use and it is not cut. Also just go to the edge of this lining part. Yeah, and set it in the right place. Yeah, and then we go through the zipper. You see that? Go through the zipper. Just go out here. It's exactly at the edge. Yeah. And then we also sew on the button again, also at the edge. Yeah. And then go in again from the zipper. And then sew the edge of this line. And then go through the zipper. Sew 5mm on the edge of the button. Go in again. Go out. Go in. Out. In. Yeah, just in this, in just like this, and finish sewing all around, and then I'll come back. So now you can finish. You can see I finished sewing inside. Can you see that? Just like that. And then you sew the other side just exactly like this. Then when you finish, this is a finished one. So open. And then you can put your earrings or rings here. And I also see some of my customers, they use here as a needle carrying purse. You can put your needle here, and different kinds of the small needles, like for the quilting, for the applique, and then you can take this with you, and the needle will not come out. And thank you for your watching. On the information box, you can find all the information where you can buy the accessories for this very cute macaron purse. And see you next time. Thank you very much.